Dave lost his wife and turned his back on God. Is it worth watching? Find out on this week's Indy Christian Review. When life throws all sorts of stuff at you, it can be hard to deal with it all, especially if you're a Christian watching your non-Christian family member struggling.
The church stuff, I don't want to hear about it anymore. I don't want to hear about what Pastor talked about last Sunday.
Dad.
And you're praying in your Bible, do it when I'm not around. I'm done. Just keeps running through my mind. If I just would have taken the time to sit there with her and listen.
You can't keep complaining about your dad and expecting things to change.
We know that we should be an example. We know that we should follow in his footsteps. Yet so often we don't.
I have something to tell you. We're in danger of foreclosure of our home.
Son, it's just a house.
Why did you have to take her from me? I'm tired of being worried and afraid.
This is amazing what God is doing. I mean, would you even be in here if God had not taken Jen?
Jen tried to tell me about Jesus a long time ago. The example was right in front of me. My wife and my son.
What's with the Bible?
I barely got a word out of my mouth.
So you didn't hit a home run the first time you went up to bat. Big deal.
Oh, man.
You never did stuff like this before. Ever.
I'm different now.
I'm out of here.
John. You and Maggie, you guys been hanging out, a little more frequently?
Yeah?
Have you talked to her? I mean, really talked to her.
Well...
Nothing goes to waste. God is the only one who can make beauty out of ashes.
I know it's not going to be easy, but, you know, the peace that I feel with him now, it's going to be better. My relationship with Stephen, it's going to be much stronger as time goes. There'll be change. Well, we still have time to save the house.
But what if you can't?
David and his son Stephen are torn up by the death of Dave's wife in a tragic car accident. But the difference is that while Stephen and his mom were Christians, Dave isn't. So while Stephen has the hope of seeing his mother again, Dave's got nothing. And Dave is just downright angry at God. There's a really great shot at the beginning where he's just standing there in the church after his wife's funeral, just glaring at the cross. He has a Bible in his hand, chucks it down on a pew. It's a really well done scene that really emphasizes just how much you can just see it in his face. He's done. Then later on he says that he's done too. And on top of everything else, mounting bills, house facing foreclosure, can't find any work. So yeah, Dave's life just kind of stinks right now. Meanwhile, Stephen just wants to help his dad. He wants him to become a Christian. He wants to help him through this grief. He can see that he's just burning himself out, and he just feels so helpless about it. His grandfather, David's dad, is a Christian, goes to him for advice, talks to his pastor, talks to his friends. You know, everyone's giving him encouragement to just keep pressing on, to not give up, and to keep helping his dad in every way he can. But it's getting hard on Stephen. Whenever he tries to help his dad, roadblock, he just shuts him out. And it finally comes to a head when his dad tells him, no more, leave me alone, don't want to hear any more about church, don't read your Bible around me, don't pray around me, I don't want to hear any more about God, I'm done with it. So that leaves Stephen feeling even worse. Writer-director Kyle Prohaska drew upon some real-life experiences when coming up with the story. And so the struggles and the arguments and just the overall difficulties that the characters face have a very realistic and very believable feel because it's based off of stuff that has actually happened before. The cinematography is pretty decent. The story is good. It's a little slow in the beginning, but once things get going, it really takes off well. There's some great moments of humor to help lighten the mood, and the characterization is great. The acting is a little weak in places, but overall is really good, and you believe the characters the whole way through. At least I did. Try to stay away from spoilers, so I won't tell you exactly what happens with Dave and his little journey, but the ending is very satisfying. One of the biggest complaints of Christian films, besides the hokey acting, the obviously low budget, the horrible cinematography, the next biggest complaint is that the stories are always contrived and that it's always a happy ending. I wouldn't say that the ending of Standing Firm is necessarily a happy one, but it is a satisfying one. Not everything turns out all rosy, peachy, perfect for Dave and Steven, but still there's a sense of satisfaction and hope that God is in control and things will work out for the best. Maybe not necessarily the way we would want them to, but ultimately for the best according to God's plan. And that's one of the things I really like about Standing Firm and why I recommend you see it. You can find out more about Standing Firm at standingfirmmovie.com. Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check back for more reviews of independent Christian films. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and check out our other reviews at indychristianreview.com. I'm Zack Lawrence. Again, thank you for watching. May God bless you, and may God bless independent Christian films. This episode of Indy Christian Review is brought to you by the Ichthus Network, your hub for Christian web series. Visit ichthusnetwork.com.